Hey everybody, welcome back to the Diamond H. Marty here. Today we're going to finish a project that I started yesterday, which is painting my tractor wheels. Now before y'all start clowning me about painting my wheels, I want to explain that I never really liked the silver. That just wouldn't be my first preference as far as wheel cover color. And the silver is starting to flake off on one of my rear wheels. So I have always really liked the European version, which is a very dark gray. So I took that opportunity to paint it the color I really liked. I think I have one side finished. I will show you that in just a second. And me flip the camera around to show you well, of course you probably know what the before is, but I want to capture this on camera. So this is what my tractor wheels currently look like. They've been washed. I have not degreased them yet. I hand degreased them. I did wash and degrease them, and you can check that video out. That was the last video that I just posted. My camera is turning up on its own, and that's exciting. Anyway, that's the wheels as they are right now, and have been since they were new. This camera has a mind of its own. Anyway, let's walk to the other side. And this is what they look like after I finished painting them yesterday. I cleaned them up using a degreaser, and then this camera, I hand degreased them, and I turned right around and used some 91% alcohol and wiped that on there and cleaned those too. And I mask everything off, including the lug nuts and valve stems if applicable. The front valve stems, and this camera is driving me nuts. The front valve stems are on the inside because I flipped my front wheels side to side to give it a deeper dish on the outside and widen my front end. About a week after I owned it, so it's been that way over 3 years. Anyway, the valve stems are on the inside, except for the rear wheels, and I mask it off. That's a good, hard, shiny paint job. That's 3 coats. I originally was going to brush this on with my own mixture called Mountain Smoke, is what I named the color. The actual custom color is a little bit darker than this, but this is a fairly good off-the-shelf industrial enamel from Rust-Oleum that I sprayed on here. It started out as a total disaster yesterday with nothing going right as far as the paint. There just was several problems. So I took a nap, and when I woke up from the nap, I decided I wasn't going to let this job defeat me, and I went to plan B and ended up spraying. Let me know in the comments what you think. We'll get started on that opposite side and get those painted. I want to apologize for not having the video in this section. The camera that I grabbed was set for a demolition that's about to take place, and was set on time lapse. So I had to go back and capture photos of the time-lapse videos, which wasn't a video at all. Each picture lasted about 3 seconds, and it went to the next one, and that wouldn't be worth watching. But anyway, these pictures kind of tell the story of the process of cleaning, masking, spraying, unmasking. One technique I want to give some advice if you never have done this before. When you're spraying like this, you want to go in a circular motion and complete patterns instead of left to right or right to left or up or down. If you start out in the center and make your way out, you will have a smoother flow and the paint will lay down on itself a lot better, and you'll have a much glossier finish or a better coverage finish depending on the finish that you're looking for. Anyway, again, I apologize for not having video in this section, but life goes on and I can't redo it. Everything's finished. Well, it's all finished. Just finished taking the rest of the masking tape off. It turned out real good. I had a bug get in it. But I evacuated the bug quick enough. I don't think he did enough damage to even mess with it. Actually, it's hard to tell now that the paint is settled. It's not cured and the paint is still light in color. I will show you the opposite side. I'm sorry, I'm hoarse. I'll show you the opposite side that I painted yesterday. It's a whole lot darker. The correct color it's supposed to be once it cured. This side is, of course, only about an hour and a half old. It's got 3 coats, 20 minutes per flash time between coats. So I'm going to put it back in the tractor shed here in a little bit and let it sit overnight and cure out in case it rains. We've got some severe thunderstorms headed up from the south and had to rush this project a little bit. Anyway, let me shut up and show you what I got. This is what the front wheel looks like after removing all the masking tape. No paint around the lug nuts or the washers or the rim of the tire. It's slicker than owl snot on frozen Teflon, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like a mirror. This is the rear wheel. Valve stem somewhere. There it is. Valve stem, lug nuts, spacer, all that got mask off. No overspray around the rim. I'm happy with it. This paint is cured and as dark as it's going to get, which is pretty dark. I hope you can see that on the camera. Most of the photographs I have taken yesterday and some this morning tend to put a blue tint. I made several Facebook posts on my project yesterday, and in every single one of them, it looks like blue paint, but it's not blue. It's very, very dark gray. And I hope this better camera will show that. That's what it looks like today after painting these yesterday. The whole tractor looks, to me, a whole lot better with darker rims. I didn't really want black because black shows up dirt a whole lot more. Not that I'm worried about dirt on the tractor, because this thing only gets washed and polished about 2 or 3 times a year, depending on what's going on. But there's the rear. You can see how shiny and slick it is. It's also hard as rock. As a reminder, there's 3 coats on here. 20 minutes flash time between coats. This is a Rust-Oleum industrial enamel. Charcoal gray. Thanks for watching and thanks for being here.